I'm Angie. Welcome to Chaotic Harmony. Today, my daughter Abigail and I are going to spill some more tea. We are both very strong-willed and stubborn, so you guys, it is what it is.
I guarantee we will talk over each other just to get our point across. No topic is off limits, and if you find yourself butthurt over something we discussed today, don't worry.
We don't care.
We love to hand out advice even when it's not asked for
ever. Literally ever. And, it's just because we like to make sure our opinions are heard. It's kind of in our DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I made a list of things, and you made a list of things of what we were going to kind of talk about. We both have, again, not seen them.
Yes, today we are trying something new. We are not coercing with each other on our spilling the tea, so you guys can have a greater experience in learning the tea as well with us learning tea together.
And I may or may not try to embarrass you, but that's also my thing. So
that's fine too, because I'm going to as well.
Just looking at you makes me embarrassed. Okay.
Yeah, I'd be embarrassed over my teen pregnancy too.
Shut up. You came along. Shut up. I guess I'll start off with, it was my birthday recently, and I do actually want to give you a shout out for what you did. You and your brothers came over and you made an awesome supper for me. I did not have to cook. I did have to do all the cleanup, and you also made some amazing brownies.
But I didn't leave a very big mess. You know why? Because I'm a good cook.
You were an excellent cook. So I do want to say, just publicly, thank you, Abigail, for the amazing birthday. I truly did have a great birthday. So I do appreciate
if anyone wants catering, contact me. No.
Get yourself
I'm not qualified.
Yeah,
I'm not licensed is the correct word.
Correct. But then while you were over at our place, then you decided to bring over some laundry, which brings up this topic that I'm going to bring up.
Oh, no.
Underwear.
Oh,
Hear me out.
Oh,
okay?
No.
When I was doing your laundry, I actually thought a lot about underwear. Because once
Mainly
I tried...
me and Dakota go through so much, or?
No. Well, you had a lot in there. Dakota had like 2. But it was more or less, how the fuck do you fold a thong, right? And I'm like, wait, I used to wear one. And then it was like I had to go back to all the way from when I was a kid to now. I don't wear granny panties. But what I'm trying to get at is it is extremely fucking hard to fold a little tiny piece of fabric with all that fucking string. And then I look at mine and I'm trying to wonder. Hang on. Because I want to know, what happens when you fart? Does that string
No. You can't. Sometimes it depends. Like, sometimes you can't fart at all.
Because it's like a door?
Yes, literally. It's like a trap door. It's like, because it depends on the thickness of the thong, okay? You have your V-strings, you have your V-strings, you have your G-strings, you have your normal thongs. They're different. So it really depends. If you have a thicker one, it really just holds that bitch in there.
Okay, and I get that it's for, the sexual attraction and stuff.
Not even. Sometimes, actually, a lot of times I wear a thong just because I wear leggings. And
I wear leggings, but I ain't wearing a thong.
But you can find cotton thongs. You cannot find, the no-show underwear. You can't find cotton in those. Because they're that stretchy material, and then, you get that smell, and, girls' vaginas, they don't really agree with everything.
Yeah, well, I'm going through menopause, so it's, different for me.
Cotton panties always. I'm starting to learn that the hard way.
Yeah. I don't really get that much.
I miss my trampy underwear. But the one, surprisingly, that you had, I looked in the laundry. I'm like, what underwear is she talking about? And at first, I'm like, what is she talking about? And then I saw the pair. The pair that I barely wear. The pair
everywhere.
that, I'm so sorry, the pair that, those ones that you put on, and then they're like, they're getting taken off right away anyway. So I don't have to wash them.
I washed those, the ones before sex, the ones to turn them on. And I'm sitting on your bed. Oh my God.
I don't wear them very often, so you should be happy of that.
Dad basically has, here we go. Dad basically has a rule of why buy that shit when it's going to be on the ground. Like, it just why? So,
because
but with
makes you happy.
That's true. But with, like, losing weight for me was, like, all of a sudden I was able to wear, like, Victoria's Secret underwear and everything. And I was like, excited. Oh, my gosh, I can wear, like, sexier underwear. But then I never really pick sexier underwear. I just pick smaller ones.
See, I feel confident when I'm wearing a pair of sexy underwear because
the ones with all the strappy.
Not even like the strappy ones. Like I like the Brazilian, they're called. And so like when I have like just even a cute pair, it doesn't even necessarily have to be super sexy. It could have fucking kitties on it, and if I like them, I feel happy.
It has a kitty in it, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kitty
I don't
holders.
know. I just thought it was odd. For me, it was like I put you in diapers, and now I'm
those are my diapers.
And by the way, I just want to point it out there. You did not ask me to do your laundry. You were going to do it there. I did it, and you did not ask me to fold it. I did it. I literally sent you a message saying it's done. So I just want to make that known. I said laundry pickup is ready.
Yeah, and I didn't even know you folded them until I realized on the way to the house. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, okay. I'm like, I don't know if I should do this only because of Dakota.
You know, I have no idea. You know, the scarier part is I have no idea where my stuff like that even is. You know.
Oh, you're talking about
within
butt
this
stuff?
No, like I know where that stuff is. That's in the living room.
Now everybody knows you like butt stuff.
Oh no. No.
And that all stemmed from your underwear. But now that I know I folded those, I will never fold them again.
Good for you. I'm glad you realized.
Yeah. I realized that.
And as you can see, I'm one of the children who actually does fold laundry, so you don't have to worry.
Yeah, I know you are. But, like, I always thought underwear were for, like, covering areas, not to not cover them.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Sometimes you want them to be covered but not covered. You know, it's the tease of it.
Oh, but I'm also larger than you and I have a fupa because I had a lot of babies. So you wouldn't be able to see that shit anyway.
I'll get there some point.
I'd be like on that Nutty Professor or something like that where she lifts her stomach when they said, you have no pants on. Yes, I do! Lifts up her stomach. That's...
Oh my God. Yes, I do.
Are you going to break one of your
Yeah,
topics?
so my topic I wanted to bring up was we had a conversation very lightly about relationship roles one time. And I know everybody's different, but this is also a juicy topic that I just love to talk about.
This one's on my list, a-hole.
This one's on my list as well. So that's funny because we were not
We literally
coercing.
don't know.
Yeah, so I wanted to bring that up because I just love talking shit about some people. I'm not going to bring up names ever. Unless it's like family that it's okay to. Point is that
we're spilling tea. No, you need to just. Oh, because you want to still protect those friendships and stuff.
No, it's not even about friends. Like I just still want to protect those people's dignities because I know I know that if I was them, my dignity is down the drain anyway. So I'm not gonna make it worse, you know.
I got you.
But I just want to bring this up because I thought about it on.
Yeah, these sheets are really comfortable.
Thank you, silk sheets, everybody. It helps.
And I know you did it in there this morning because you told me, so I feel really uncomfortable at the same time.
Yeah, guys, that's what you get when you're
relationship
lavish and you don't have
you're
podcast
got the mother-daughter relationship to the point where I'm laying on the bed. You said, "Oh yeah, we did it today." Okay, I'll lay on it anyway.
I'll lay on it anyway. Obviously, it's not messy, so that's okay.
You've laid on my bed a million times.
Yeah, I know. I'm your daughter.
I know. Anyway.
Point is that
I
can't understand, like, no matter what kind of relationship you are in, I don't understand the people who can't 100% back each other no matter what. Like, that's the biggest thing that gets to me. Your biggest role in a relationship is to be there for each other when you truly love somebody.
Hope so.
I don't have that problem. And
now, are you talking like romantic or
no matter what?
No, any kind of relationship.
Any kind. But you know, there's also boundaries. I'm talking more of like a more romantic relationship. when you are in a romantic relationship with somebody and you want to marry somebody, like, and be, like, your whole purpose in life is basically to have that family with them, be with them, live life with them, like, you know, you get the whole gist.
Yeah.
You are supposed to be backing each other. So I am constantly seeing these couples who are posting on social medias, acting all great, but then, you know, it's all fake in the end.
That's what social media is. It's all fake. It's like you put your best self out there because you gotta spread that positivity, but then it's like in real life, your relationship or in your life sucks because you're not doing anything.
Yes, it's shit, but it's not even that. Like, for example, I'll spill the tea right now.
Yeah.
So we have people, undesirable people, hitting us up, right? Hitting us up.
Wait, were we talking about this earlier today?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We have people hitting us up, and they were trying to act all nice. Oh, you know, talk about things, get over things. And then it was now you know, it's just starting drama, bringing trouble, and then threats and issues. When everything in general could be resolved by a certain couple standing ground together instead of playing games against each other but with each other at the same time.
I find that
nobody can keep up with that. Like, not even your own household, especially when you have children. I can't imagine it.
You're just creating more drama.
You're creating trouble in your life that is so unneeded, and in everybody else's. Like, you know, you could resolve it all by sticking up for each other, not pitting against each other, but then also trying to stick up for each other. And then pitting against family, and, like, just starting all these issues. You're beyond relationship roles. Your job in life is just to be a decent fucking person, do the things you need to do for yourself, make that money you need to do for yourself. Like, your role in life is to be doing things for yourself and your little family that you create. Like, you don't need to be out here spoiling everybody else's fucking experience in life just because you're not happy with the situation in life. And I'll admit I'm not the best person to say that either always, because I was the person to just start issues at one point myself, spilling the tea by myself.
I was doing that too. I think most women do that.
Yeah.
You know,
I still do. I mean, we do have a podcast about spilling the tea.
Yeah, obviously. So we're still here. But, like, for me, I think, like, if you're in a romantic relationship, one thing I've learned from Dad and I, because we did have, as you know, some really big issues in our marriage, and we did work through them. Mm-hmm. There's still, like, you know, going to be trust issues and stuff like that. But my role, due to the consequences, is to just constantly show up, show that I am he can trust me and all that stuff. But one thing that I found amazing was there was so many people telling Dad, like, getting and meddling in when he didn't, like, you know, Dad, my husband does not ask for anybody's opinion, does not give a shit about their opinion. He, like, you can have your opinion, but he's going to live his life the way he's going to live it. So, like, people were saying, you know, you should leave her, you should take Colton, you should this, that. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. And if he would have listened to them or have been even just slightly, like, got that temptation, you know, we wouldn't be where we're at today, and I would hate that.
Exactly.
Because that was in 2013.
Like, that's like the point I'm getting at is
the people meddling in. It's like, mind your business. You do you. We're gonna do us.
Mind your fucking business. And on top of it, like, seriously, just sticking with the be there for each other in public and correct each other in private. I am a very big indicator on that one. You can stick up for your significant other or anybody, still think they are wrong, and still be there for them.
That's Dad.
And still be there for exactly. And I know it's Dad. And I know it's Dad. I know because I'm Dad's child. Yeah. Because he does it to me still to this day.
He tried defending me to you.
Still to this day.
Like, when we had our issues, he's like, he had to take you out back and have a talk with you. Like, hey, no, you ain't doing this. This is how you respect mom. This and that.
Like,
I didn't ask him to do that. He defends me, but he'll still be in the background like, you're dumb.
Yeah.
You realize that, right?
I know. So, like...
That's the way it should be.
That's the way... And that's what I'm getting at. Like, I can't fathom how, it just really makes me sad at the end of the day. I get that everybody cannot find their perfect lover or the person that they can have this with. But really, it's not rocket science either. You can do it with anybody.
Well, and like, with the generation gap between you and I, you have... Like, your generation has all the social media and stuff. When Dad and I got together, there was a flip phone. And he knew exactly how many times to press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get all those. And I'd be like... So it was, like, really ancient to us.
Yes.
And so we didn't have a lot more influences. Not a lot of people inboxing your boyfriend and whatnot, trying to slide it. I don't even know what a DM is,
but that stuff, like, even at the end of the day, if you block it out, you block it out.
Exactly.
Whole reality of things is there's actually not that much shit happening to people, and it takes 2 seconds just to go, oh, okay, delete, ignore. Like, it just takes being a common person. Even back in the day, you could still send letters. You can still call people up.
Oh, not nowadays.
But I'm saying back in your day, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there was still many ways to hit people up. You guys had your ways. Everybody had their ways.
Send a pigeon.
Like, there was always a thing. Like, yes, we have the technology, but now I feel like the morality of things is just gone.
Well,
and
yeah.
that's the true problem.
Big time.
That's the true problem.
See, now here's my problem. I'm glad you brought that up. So my problem and what I wanted to bring up about relationship roles is different. Mine is the way that Dad and I live is not the way in our relationship and our family, how we run
things. How your
things.
household is.
Yeah. How we work as a couple and a team is perfect for me. I love it, even though I complain about it. I am a woman. I will complain. Mm-hmm. Yes, baby, I still love our life, even though I complain all the time. The dishes aren't done. I told those fuckers to put this in the garbage, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, literally. But, I'm always going to have something to say about something.
I'm always going to.
You literally told me this morning that I complain even when things are good.
Yeah.
And now you're going to say that you do the same thing.
Oh, I 100%. I always do. So what I'm getting at though is I can understand, and I know that I'm doing that, but I don't need other people that are living a completely different, like, in their relationship, they set their rules are different
pushing
than mine.
That onto you.
And being like, you do that? What? What? It's like, mind your business. It's working for us.
Because it's like, why does everything have to be the same?
It's not a one size fits all, And like, for a while, yes, I was working and taking care of you guys at the same time, and and Dad would also do the same thing. Now it's been different for like what, 12 years or so.
13 I think.
Almost 13 years where I have been stay at home. So I'm the one that does I make sure our house is run. Everything is supplied. I do all the daily stuff. I complain about it 100%. And I even complain to Dad even after he is done with a really hard days of work. But he just looks at me, nods as if he's listening, but I'm sure he is hearing this.
Me when I'm talking to Dakota.
Because I could see Dad's eyes just kind of glaze over as he's looking at me like, I had a hard motherfucking day. And you're whining about dishes. And I know it's petty, but I also have no one to talk to. So what I'm getting at is every relationship
is different.
So like, why is there, not me necessarily, but like I am complaining about it because I see my kids, I see you guys and everything dating, and it's like, it doesn't have to be the way Dad and I had it, but I would love for it to be, because I would love my kids to be raising kids and staying at home, but it's not going to be like that. This is a new world we're in. But don't be judging other people's relationships. Just do what you're doing. Stick to yourself. If it's working, let it work. And guess what? You can say, hey, I appreciate your opinion. Yeah, that's the difference.
If it's working for you. But, like, I'm a bitch, so, like, that's my whole thing. And that's the thing that I appreciate about my friends. Like, shout out to all you hoes that stay with me. I love you.
Yes, thank you. You helped me.
Because the thing that they understand about me is I have a good heart, but I am a judgmental bitch. I am not gonna be rude to you if you are a decent person, but if you are ugly,
no, you are.
Girl,
you're gonna be quieter about it.
but like that's another thing too is I'll say this shit to your face. Like
I am straight up that.
I love telling my friends the things that they are doing wrong, but they hate it. Especially one of my best friends, Nicole. She and I, we could just go at it. We could just tell everybody everything. But I think that it's all more or less we are also spiteful towards each other sometimes.
It's like the ones that you are very similar to, like as far as
we
your
clash.
personalities.
Yeah, you clash.
But then when you get together, you're like, that's you and Shelby too.
Mm-hmm.
But also with relationships, that I wanted to talk about is, and this is really I'm sorry, like baby, I love you.
Oh, I thought she was a bit embarrassed.
No, it's like how relationships change in time. And the only reason why I even thought of this idea was because I was put myself out here. I was on the toilet. Okay.
Sitting on the toilet.
And the door was open, and our bathroom is off of our master bedroom. And I was having a full-blown conversation with Dad as I was going to the bathroom, and he's on his phone, and he's listening, I think. Possibly. I'm not sure, because he would do a And I'm like, in the beginning of our relationship, I couldn't even fart, and here I am, taking a shit and staring at my man. Like, how fucked up is that, kind of?
See, I could never.
And I still find him super attractive, and guess what? He finds me super attractive. So how? How is that when he saw me poop? And here's another one. One better, I should say. How is it Dad still finds me attractive after what happened recently with the Lawnmower 4.0?
Oh my God.
I made sure to share this with all my kids because it is amazing. Because how many times can you say this happened to you?
Oh my gosh.
If you do not know, ladies and gentlemen, what Lawnmower 4.0 is, it is from Manscaped. They're not even my sponsor. I am literally just putting it out there.
No sponsorship, but
yeah, I've got it because I heard it on Joe Rogan. I'm like, love this guy, gonna try it out. And I even suggested it to all my kids, and I just found out today, when I was going to the bathroom here, that my son Max bought one. So go Max. But maybe I helped Max out with a little detail he didn't know about after what happened. So I had it all charged up. I wanted a fresh, clean kitty for my birthday, So
as
Dad,
girls do.
Well, I just wanted to feel good. I call it self-care.
Yes.
Like shaving everything. So I just want a nice, clean kitty. So I got the Lawnmower 4.0 out to do the trimming, and all of a sudden, it's not working. I'm like, what the fuck? I know I've had this for a couple of years, but come on, man. I want more. My money's worth out of it, even though I do have it.
Mm-hmm.
And so Dad's laying there after work, right? And I'm not quite sure if he took a shower or not, but either way, he's got that long, bushy beard. And he's laying there on our bed, okay? And I go up to him, Hun, so I have to get rid of this. Where do you want me to put it? And he's like, what? You're not getting rid of that? Let me look at it. God, you always throw shit away. Which is true.
Mm-hmm.
I literally threw away a Social Security card 10 years ago.
Oh, see, Dakota, I know he doesn't listen, so I'm safe. I'm in the clear. But Dakota's I have to be quiet so he can't hear.
She's talking about you, Dakota.
Oh, no. I throw his things away all the time on accident, and then I'll go,
Me
what?
too.
I literally didn't even touch it. I don't know what you're talking about.
You got that from me. Oh. You got that from me.
I was just cleaning. I just put it in a different place. I don't know where the fuck I went. My just cleaning is getting rid of shit.
You learned that from me, and that is a horrible trait, because I literally walked out of our bedroom one day. Dad gave me a social... Yeah, me neither. And
if I can't pack my whole house within a weekend, it's fucking gone.
Dude, if I haven't touched it in a day, it's gone. So I'm surprised I kept the lawnmower 4.0 for Dad to literally look at because it didn't work. And then, like, he was at work. So I gave it to him, and he's laying there on the bed, and his beard is, like, on his, like, front of his shirt, right? Because it's long. And he's
sprawled out front.
Yeah, it's sprawled out nice. And I have to say it like that because he also had his, like, chin down. And he's like, so he puts his, because for some reason he takes his glasses off to get a better look. That is how old we are. That we have to squint or take our glasses off. So he takes his, he puts his glasses on the brim of his nose and he's looking at it. And I'm like, it's not going to be taken apart. I've been trying to do that. And I was so sure of myself. I was just sitting there like my hands crossed like, yeah, it's broke.
Yeah, because you just wanted a new one. That's how I am.
Yeah, because there's new ones. But then all of a sudden, I hear a click, and then Dad's like, oh my God! So, I did not know that the top part actually came off. And the reason why this fucker wasn't working was because it was so stuffed with pubes. And all Dad could do, I'm just looking at him like, oh shit.
All he could do was shower.
And he looks, he's like, oh my God, I hope you're the only one that used this. It never dawned on me that what if someone took it, like one of the girls took it. God. So I was like, oh shit, but I look, I'm like, nope, it's all blonde. You're good. He's like, oh God. He's like freaking out. I'm laughing. We still did it. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Pubes all over his face and everything. I had him up my nostrils, like, because I ended up blowing on it to get more up.
Because you have pubes in your face when you're eating it anyway.
I know, but, like, a little part of me wanted to see a different color of pube in that. Is that wrong?
Not really.
Just so I can fuck with him. Just so I can fuck with him and be like, dude,
really.
You had your daughters on your face. Like, how bad would that? It's fucking nasty.
That'd be terrible.
I know. That's the bad part of me. But it wasn't. It was just all mine. So, yes, it is now up and running and we're good. I will have to now tell your brother.
Well, since we're talking about pubes being exposed.
Pubes being exposed.
I will talk about how this summer I almost got my pubes exposed.
What the What?
They were still attached to me. So we were out on the chain, as the podcast likes to know. I like the chain of lakes.
She likes the chain.
I do. But
crazies or not.
We were out jet skiing, and I was on the back of an old friend's tube. And I fell off said tube when, you're jetting across real fast and they're trying to whip you off because it's funny to watch the bodies flail around in the air.
Yeah, that's the best part of tube.
Well, all of a sudden I did a somersault basically right into the water, and my fucking trousers. My bottoms came off and flew into the water.
Oh my God.
So they kept going past. And I'm like, keep going. Because they came back. My bottoms are off. And they're like on the tippy tips of my toes. And I'm trying to hold them on. Mind you, we are in Rainbow Lake, which is 99 feet deep. I was never about to see them fucking bottoms again. So I was so worried. So then I had to actually told them, keep going.
Were you cleaned up down there so it would have been okay if they did see it? Oh.
Mom,
what?
I have to tell you this, but I barely am.
You nasty.
It's 70s down there.
You fucking Chewbacca? Like,
no, not
like
that
Dad,
bad. Not that bad.
Well,
like
Dad said he had to crawl
and
like do like this with his fingers. He had to like to get out of Grandma Joan.
Oh my God!
Like, I had to crawl and I was going through.
I had to undo the brain dreads in there.
Yes.
No, I'm not that bad. Like, it's the point where your like panties are pulling on your fucking crotch.
Yeah, it's gross.
That's when it's a pull. That's when it's a cut off.
It's
I'm
the
like,
clean part of me, like the OCD in me. I need to.
Or when I look down and my pubes are like curling out and I can see them. I'm like, what the fuck? Get out of here.
Yeah, no. So you weren't cleaned up down there and you were holding those bottoms by your toe.
For my life. They came back after I had my pants on and I was so embarrassed. They're like, are you going to try to get back on the tube? We'll drag you up. And I'm like, no. I just held on to the tube and they dragged me like all the way back to the boat, and I was in shame, just in the water in shame, like, oh my god, I can't believe I almost showed everyone.
I'm sure a lot of women have had that same problem.
They make women's clothes so expensive, but retardedly terrible.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't wear a bathing suit like that to save my life, but I do know that the one time that creeped me the fuck out about just in general, not about the pube area, but when we lived in Sugarbush, our landlord was cutting the grass, and you know how they had that like sewage mound or whatever, and I didn't. And if you were on the top of that, you could see inside
right into the bathroom.
Our bathroom. And I was getting out of the shower, and he had the lawnmower on and was stalled and was just staring at me as I was getting out of the shower.
Oh my god!
I was like, oh my god! Told your dad so. Anytime he was there, I'm like, I'm not taking a shower. You guys, girls, no showers. And you'd be like, why? Like, because I said so.
Because
like it was so bad.
That is actually super freaking creepy.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm bringing up more topics than you are, but I ain't gonna lie. She looks like she's a little bit high on the Mary Jane, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and I get to go to a concert of a lifetime tonight, so.
Too bad I can't be your, like, supervisor, because I am a good supervisor.
Oh, my God. You know what, guys? She's a great supervisor.
I am. I'm amazing.
I would never have gotten the move I just got done within the time span that I did if it wasn't for her sitting there yelling at me.
I seriously still think you're being sarcastic.
No, I'm not. I'm not even. She because you know what? She says that, though, because she sat there and got drunk and read, I say in quotes, because she barely read.
Oh, I had to reread because I didn't read those. I was too drunk.
Exactly.
I just sat there
because
fucking drunk.
She sat there, come on! No talking while I'm supervising. Yeah, get back to work. And I'm like, I'm asking you for help. And she's like, I'm supervising. I'm like, you're my supervisor. You're supposed to help me.
I'm helping.
That's his job. Get back to helping Max. And Max,
where's my wine? Bring me my wine. Gets me more wine.
Hey, bartender, get back to work. You have your license. Fill me up, bartender. I'm like, fuck you. Why can't Max? He don't have a license. I'm like, come on, man.
That's exactly how I supervised. And then you're like, thank you so much, Mom, because you actually helped me. I'm like, how the fuck did I help you? Max got butt hurt because I was making comments about his butt and how he was dancing.
Max has no butt. But you know what? That's why he got offended the other night when we were playing Beat Saber, because I was making fun of him, calling him.
Don't ever talk about his butt.
Because he was going.
Oh, he was being a Riri.
Dancing all stupidly while he's playing it. I'm like, dude,
I do the same thing though.
It's not that fun.
It.
They told me I was acting like you because I was flailing my
arms
around. Yeah, they're like, you don't need to go that far. I'm like, I can't hit them. I can't hit them.
Beat Saber. I get so into it that I forget people are around.
Yeah, I know.
But you know what I didn't do? I didn't beat the fuck out of my grandson while playing Beat Saber like I'm joking. No, but you remember when Emmett was over and we were playing it once and all of a sudden I went and his head got hit? I felt really bad about that for a while.
Yeah, it happens though. Kids get hurt. Like,
you can only be reminded so many times not to go there.
When people are like, oh no, they fell and scraped their knee. Coddle them, get them a Band-Aid. Oh no, kiss it, sore
you know
baby.
What?
Oh, poor
you know what I think they need? I think they need Angie, the supervisor.
I think they need what I give Leroy and go, oh buddy, it's okay, it happens. Get up, try again. You're brave. What do I do every time? Get up, try again. Everything's fine. He looks at me
for a reaction.
Yes.
And that's what every kid does.
And that's why I always halt people. Every time I go, stop. Leroy, you're fine. Get up, try again.
Yeah.
It's all good.
How many times did we tell them kids?
He literally dusts himself off.
I know. I've seen it.
And he moves on every time.
I know. And it's like, how many times can you tell a person to not touch something? They're going to touch it. So, with that being said...
The more you tell them not to, the more they want to till they learn.
Yeah, so like with Emmett, he kept coming over by us and I'm like, don't, buddy, don't, you know? And then all of a sudden... the other kids were yelling too, and then I'm playing that Beat Saber, and I get into it. I'm like, that song, I'm like, doo, 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 doo. And then I whack my grandson, I'm like, well, it's your fault. Like, I love you, but they told you.
Yeah, it happens. It happens, you know?
It is what it is, but I still have to talk about the I do love being that supervisor. I have to bring this up again. I thought it was hilarious because I was smashed. I did not do anything.
Supervisor.
I did not do a damn thing besides drink my wine, sit on a chair that is still saved, that has the cushions on it. It is a wooden chair that is supposed to be a wooden rocking chair, but it has no legs whatsoever. It is just the back and the seat. And I sat on that, don't know how I got off of that thing, and yelled at you guys.
You are a bad supervisor because you left your shift early. You somehow got off that chair to leave your shift early because you were too drunk.
I was, and you know how many I drank?
Got 2 at the job. 3. Because I was
3 glasses of wine.
I served you. And I'm a bad bartender because I overserved you.
Yeah, I couldn't walk.
Maybe my supervisor should fire me.
And then, so when you said something about me being a good supervisor, I'm like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't do shit. I didn't want to go there. Then I went there. I drank. I was rude. Max is mad at me. You had fun though,
didn't you?
I had a blast.
I had a blast too.
And you were just, it just is the way it is. So, also, I know. Pretend you're at a store and you're like walking and you're excited to go into that store. And then you walk in and you know exactly what you're looking for. You don't need assistance. And then someone comes up to you. How are you today? Okay.
I'm good. How are you?
What is the point of that question? What if your day was actual shit? Have you ever answered, how are you?
Yeah,
and
realistically,
I have.
Yeah, I do.
And you should see the reactions I get.
And they always go like, oh, or then they act like you're the rude one because you didn't go, I'm good, how are you?
Yeah,
like, fuck
why
off.
Are we asking? It is actually a question that should be thrown out. Like, why the fuck does it even exist? Because they don't care. The people that are asking you, how are you, don't care. They don't want you to actually talk back to them.
As a customer service person, and when I ask that question to customers, sometimes they ramble on. So some people really do just want to be asked.
Oh, so this is what I do. I did this one just recently. I was at Quick Trip, and how are you today? And I said, oh, well, I'm butthurt. And the lady just looked at me and didn't ask me any more questions. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, that solved it. So I'm going to use butthurt for a while. Because I'm sick of using, like, why do I have to pretend I'm good? What if I'm not good? What if I'm amazing?
Well, sometimes when people ask me that question, especially the Walmart greeters, because I don't understand the point of them, I'll go like this. And for the inaudible...
So what she did...
So you guys can't see, it's the death stare. Or not like the death stare, but the fuck off. I don't want to talk to you. I just go... And then they just look at me like, oh, fucking cunt. And then I just go on with my day. And then they don't talk to me when I leave either. And they don't want to look at my shit even because I was such a bitch when I walked in. They don't care what I do.
Yeah, exactly. And then with you and I have the same thing called resting bitch face. So, like, it works out perfect because... Sometimes they don't even have to ask us that stupid question, but I just had to bring it up because, you know...
I don't know, like, I used to have really bad RBF, but now I feel like I have a more bubbly personality.
No, you still got the RBF.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw that out there.
Okay.
And also, I saw you yelling at your man today for no reason.
I wasn't yelling at him.
Guys, I will defend him
this will be my team. Mom is... why is it when... You have, like, so many shitty boyfriends, and then all of a sudden your mom meets the one, right?
Yeah.
You feel they're the one and then you tell your mom you think they're the one, and they're like, I don't know, I gotta see. And then they say, oh, yeah, that's the one. You feel that proudness, like, yes. I found it.
So you're admitting that you're happy that we're like this.
No, you be quiet for a second.
No, she's admitting she's like proud that Dad and I are like this.
I said at first, I'm like, oh yeah, fuck yeah. But then it sets in. It sets in, and then you're not their little girl anymore.
It's because you feel butthurt. You're butthurt because you're not loved as much.
You're not their little girl. Exactly. You're not their little girl anymore.
No, they love you more.
You're their little woman. And now they have
the baby maker.
Their new son.
Yes.
And that's the issue. Because that's a son that they never had before, so they have to make up for all that time.
It's because he's Mexican.
apparently
that's dad's ride or die.
Well,
Dad's ride or Mexican ride or die, and he got one. Dakota.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying.
No, it's not even about the race. It's
Dakota.
Not.
I'm
Dakota's
just saying,
whole
like,
nature.
They met their son that they wanted, and now
it's
they have.
It's because Dakota's so much like Dad.
And so now they defend him in everything.
So when Abby comes
See,
to me
I'm not even
saying
anything. I'm not even saying anything bad about anything, and Mom's sitting here defending him.
I'm gonna defend him,
because all I said was a whisper of Dakota's name, and she goes, "But he's so great, but he's this way." And I'm like, "Yeah, all I said was his name."
Yeah,
exactly.
I have so many because
other girls. You know, I'm so sorry if you go through this because I think it's a good thing. I see the videos online of the girls where it's like when you get into an argument with your boyfriend and your boyfriend got to your mom first, and it's the mom hugging the boyfriend for giving him making him food and like I'm so sorry you have to deal with her.
I didn't mean for her to be this.
Yeah, I can't believe I made her this way. And then the mom just giving the evil glare. That is my life.
Yes, because we don't want him to be scared off. He's a good one.
Even though you guys are the scariest part of me. Maybe not.
We have video footage of
maybe
him.
It's my ugly ass baby daddy.
It is a baby daddy. No, we have video footage
not
of
scary,
Dakota, your man, that you
looking.
constantly complain about to me, and I'm like, back up, girl, back up. He's a good guy. I'm just kidding.
She does. She's not kidding.
I have video footage of him that you took of Dakota in a little Tyke's car and Dad literally throwing him around like he's a rag doll when they were both drunk. That is his ride or die. That is his homie. And if you take him away from Dad, guess what Dad said?
I know Dad's.
I'm only assuming this.
He
actually did it. I don't think Dad actually said this, but I'm only gonna assume on the basis of their relationship that Dad will go behind your back and be like, Dakota.
Yeah, he will. You know why? Because Dad told Dakota, and I don't know if he was sober when he said this or not. I'm pretty sure he was, but he told Dakota, dude, I'll be your what is it? Your best man. I'll be your best man, even if it's not at my daughter's wedding. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding right now?
That's because we love him, and you know what? I just love seeing the relationship that he has with Leroy, your son, my grandson. I love it because
it's my favorite. I always tell him I wish that he was Leroy's father because I just see him give him this.
He is Leroy's
such
father.
Fatherly love, just unconditional. No matter what, he treats him just the same. He loves him.
Yeah.
And Leroy, the love that is reciprocated in that everybody can see, that everybody tells me, oh, he ain't a mama's boy. He is Dakota's boy.
He's
yes.
Dakota's boy.
Through and through.
I see it because
da.
Like in my Jeep with the rubber ducks, he always has to have one in his hand, if not three, because he has Mom, Dakota, and him.
Yep.
And you are always an ugly duck. He always chooses one that is like the worst duck. And then like recently he had
Dakota's always the best duck.
He only wanted a Dakota duck.
Yep.
And I was like, do you want Mama duck? No. Mm-mm. I'm like, okay.
And with his speech thing, I am always trying to like make sure. So your dad? No. Dakota? Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he says da.
Because he says dada or dad, or and then Dakota's just straight da.
Yeah.
So sometimes you when he gets more excited and he's repeating it, I don't know, so I go, Dakota? Yeah. And it just gives me this sparkle of that happiness.
And something I said today to Shelby, my bonus daughter, she's going through a breakup right now, and something I told her this was I'm not your mom, but the cool part is I'm better than that because I chose to love you. I didn't give birth to you and I'm like, oh, I have to love you now. No, it's I chose to love you. I chose to love your father. I didn't have to love you, but I chose to. And that's what I see with Dakota.
Yes, and one thing I am the most excited about when I met Dakota is that I met him when Leroy was so little. And so Leroy gets to grow up with him to be able to say he was there for him from day one.
Yeah.
And he gets to have that impression on him from day one. So I get to have that experience to be able to say that I got to fully raise my son with somebody that I truly love, with somebody who's going to teach my son good morals.
If you're listening, Dakota, put a fucking ring on it.
Yeah, he needs to soon.
Come on, man.
Otherwise, I'm going to be that girl who embarrasses him.
I'm going to be the mother-in-law that's going to be like, if you like it, then you need to put a fucking ring on it. Because I did that to Dad.
Dragging him into the jewelers. Do you see all these rings? Put a ring on it.
She wears the same size as her mother. Here you go.
Size 9, motherfucker.
What kind of cut do you want? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't even know. I'm not that type of girl who even knows diamond cuts, and that's sad.
Oh,
because
the only reason why I knew
jewelry.
The only reason why I knew diamond cut was there was like a
Red's jewelry. If anybody ever wants to buy, anyway.
Yes, you do
Quick
have.
cut.
So actually, I do want to bring that up. But hang on. The only reason why I knew about diamond cut was because there was like a commercial about it, and I was like, oh yeah, I like that.
I like that.
Because I really don't wear a lot of jewelry.
No.
Right now I'm wearing a really
I'm
cheap.
a jewelry girl.
I'm wearing a really cheap necklace Dad got me of
But
Mickey
I love
and Minnie.
that.
It's Mickey and Minnie
And
holding hands.
it's not too cheap because it's not faded. And you
Oh
wear
no,
it
it's
every day.
it's sterling and it's
silver.
sterling silver. But anyway, about jewelry, Abigail has. Do you have it on Facebook yet?
No, but I will be getting it out very soon.
Okay.
By our next Spilling the Tea, I will have it out.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Because I have new product.
Yes, and she has started her little company called Red's Jewelry. Red's Jewelry.
Red's Jewelry.
And it is the coolest thing, and it was started off because of Grandma.
So my grandma passed away, and nobody really wears jewelry, and we ended up being able to get the opportunity to go through Grandma's things. And so I got to choose some pieces of her jewelry, and a lot of them were very outdated, not things that I would really wear.
Some of them
but
were cheap.
I loved the character of them, and I loved the fact that they were my grandma's. So I took them and I repurposed them all from the little knowledge I had from like classes that I took and things I did growing up.
Which I never knew you could even do.
Yeah, and I found out I was like very good at it.
I was floored when you started bringing stuff like what? My favorite, not to cut into you, but fine. Like my favorite one that you did was the cheap bracelet Grandma loved that she was wearing when she died. You took that and you made one for me, and it was like the way that she did it. I was looking at it like, how in the hell is Abigail smart enough to do that? It still looked like Grandma's, but it was more durable and everything. So you repurpose all kinds of jewelry.
And I try to make it so it will last. And that's the whole thing about Reds is I want everybody to have a little bit of love from their loved ones, no matter whom they are, to be carried with them. And another thing I love doing is making pieces that make people feel just individual. A lot of my pieces are one of a kind.
And you have names for them too, right?
Yes, I have one of a kind. Everyone has a different name. They will never be the same. And that is one other thing that I love is because that's the thing about Grandma and naming the company Reds is because Grandma is unlike any other flower in the garden. She stood out. She was the brightest, just the most different person I will never meet another person like her. Not even the people who have her characteristics. Never. There will never be another Elvina. So that's the biggest thing about making the one of a kind is because Grandma was one of a kind, and I want everybody to be able to have that.
And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. So much so that I even helped her out with her little stickers and stuff.
She helped me.
If you didn't know that, hon, my bad. I did that. But
yeah, sorry, Dad. ...
But so you are gonna get that out there. So if you guys do want to check that out, once she gets out there, I will even post it on my Chaotic Harmony Facebook page so that you can get a good look at it and hopefully
help a mother out.
Help a mother out. But anyway, so if you have any hot tea brewing up in your life and want our unfiltered, unprofessional advice, all you got to do is send us a message through the link that is attached to this episode.
And you can also reach out to us on my Facebook page, Chaotic Harmony. If you don't want our advice but need to vent, that's fine too. There is no tea we can't handle.
And if you would like to support our show, all you got to do is click on the link, click on the link, the support the show link. Most importantly, help us embrace the weird and make normal feel boring. Bye.
Bye.